Okay, hold on. Give me a second while I try to work in the one quote from Isle of Dogs I picked out. I'm determined to do it, damn it, but this one in particular I'm struggling to fit in, so maybe I'll just say it. You think we booked this flight through a travel agent? We were fighting for our lives in a high-velocity trash processor while you were getting scrubbed and brushed. And I'm fine to leave that in like that just because I love his dialogue. It's so good.
Yeah.
Now we come to the bit which I simply can't hide, is that so convinced was I that I had already written notes to Isle of Dogs, I put this off to the last minute till right at the point when Scott and I started talking before recording this. I realised I didn't actually have notes to Isle of Dogs. But having talked about it in 2 previous podcasts in the last year or so, I'm hoping that it's fresh enough in your minds. This is the story of a sort of alternate reality Japan, where an evil syndicate has infiltrated the government, and this syndicate loves cats and hates dogs and wants to make dogs seem like some sort of sub-race. Again, we're possibly getting into Nazi territory here. It's just that Wes Anderson could be trying to say something, but then again, maybe it's just about talking dogs, which is largely what I'm going with. The dogs are all infected maliciously with a disease, and then they're saying, oh look, they've all got a disease now, we must quarantine them. They're quarantined to the Isle of Dogs in, I think the city's called Megasaki.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't it? And then there is a plan by the evil cat-loving contingent that now runs the government to kill all dogs. Into this dangerous setting of an island of feral dogs is thrown a small little pilot, a small boy who's searching for his former dog companion and guard, Spots. And then, well, he finds Spots. That's how these things tend to go. There's no mystery in the story here. What it is, though, is just, again, and this is what we're saying a lot, but, well, because we feel it, it's beautiful, funny, quirky, thoroughly charming, really good voice acting here. Bryan Cranston in particular as Chief. Regular contributors too, like Bill Murray and Ed Norton. And it's just a beautifully animated, funny, touching, wonderful film. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure what more I can say about it if they haven't already said about everything else anyway, so the fact my notes don't in fact exist perhaps doesn't matter. I would have just been repeating myself anyway. It's animation like this, I'm going to say it again, just feels like it's the perfect medium for Wes Anderson style. Mm-hmm. And while I no longer think that this is the most Wes Anderson-y Wes Anderson film, I do believe that is The Life Aquatic. It's pretty close to that. It has the most Wes Anderson traits, and I generally consider all of those traits a good thing. Mm-hmm. And I love this film.
Yeah, I really love it too. It was we spoke about it in our Best Films of Last Year podcast for a reason. Actually, I think on reflection, it's one of the least Wes Anderson-y films. I mean, visually, obviously it is, but I mean, if you look at the actual narrative, I mean, there is one for a change.
Yes.
This is an actual story that you could arc out.
Yeah, with a beginning, a middle, and the end, and everything.
Yes. There's conflict and resolution and all that stuff. In that regard, it's a bit more conventional than many of his other works, even if the story is about something that's undeniably Anderson-y. Yeah, I don't think it's worth belabouring the point other than to say that it's really, really enjoyable. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The animation stuff's great. I think if Wes Anderson just decided to do this kind of animation for the rest of his career as well, I'd be equally as happy as if he was making stuff like The Grand Budapest Hotel. A terrific looking film, and so many just little nice touches. Lots of great background work, as you've kind of mentioned in the past. Lots of things going on in the background to reward rewatching. Yes, and a really interesting setting as well. A nice little bit of, I suppose this would be science fiction given what's going on to it. Yeah, it's really, really great film. I don't know if it has the same broad appeal for children as something like I can imagine Fantastic Mr. Fox does. I imagine it would, because it looks brilliant, and it's frequently funny enough just visually to warrant it, and it's just visually interesting. I would assume that it's as pleasing for kids as it is for adults. Can't really back that up with any evidence, but that's my reckon. So, at least in terms of the adults among us, I can say that I certainly enjoy it. It's upper echelon Anderson stuff for me, and highly recommended. If you didn't see this on its release last year, then definitely catch up with it as soon as you can now. It is very good.